So Mariner is a financial services firm, and we focus on wealth planning and asset management.
Mariner is a very progressive client. They are very big in making it a great space for their employees.
When we decided to go with DIRT, actually most people were pretty intrigued.
You know, being a tech guy, I'm very interested in you know, the latest and greatest and new, and definitely anything that makes it easier for us.
It just gave us the ability to create a space that we can grow with over time. So I feel like it's a little bit timeless, which is hard to do with traditional construction.
The original spec for the building, I think, had like 550 individual ports throughout the building. You know, running a single line back to switches, I mean, that's a lot of real estate in the ceiling and a lot of labor to get it in there.
You know, when everyone's making the cables on site and pulling all the cables on site, 9 out of 10 times you have an issue or two with them.
So we decided we were going to go for it and to try the new pond system.
When they gave us the initial estimates, they were going to be here for a few days to do half of a floor. I was pretty skeptical. But once they got here, I mean, it's all plug and play. It comes all pre-configured. The initial gut reaction for a project like this is to go, you know, that's the way we've always done it. Now, our audio-visual that's installed in the building takes up more conduit space than our pond system does.
This is my first project using Pond, so it was a bit of a learning experience for myself as well, and couldn't believe the amount of technology that went into that, but how efficient it made the space.
We removed 3 cooling units, 3 battery backups, and we're able to consolidate all of that into one rack.
So we actually got to get rid of 2 of our IT closets, so we were able to utilize one more as a storage closet now and one more as a mother's room.
It went together very, very quickly, and I was very surprised at that.
Those guys came in and blew it out of the water.
Given that I am responsible for human resources, it was interesting that I was selected to manage the project, but I think that speaks to our culture. We had the staircase that connects the 2 floors. I wanted to make sure we brought something really special to that space. I was inspired when I went to the Phoenix plant, and there was a beautiful image of willow glass. And to really personalize it for Mariner, we engaged our own graphic designers in a design challenge. It had to be true to the heart of Mariner. We asked our associates to vote on their top 3, and then the executive committee and I selected the design that we are using today.
The fact that this can be done off-site and brought in and thrown together quite quickly and simply helps out a lot when it comes to your hourly labor rates. It was surprising to see how fast and smooth it went up.
So as the space was being constructed, I think every time I came in, I was like a kid in a candy store.
The best advice I could give is to not be closed-minded.
I could see it being a way of the future as opposed to the conventional.
Also for our firm, I mean, it just puts us in the upper echelon of firms that know how to be green and sustainable. ICE was fantastic. They were able to do 3D views right there in our meetings, and so immediately the client got to see what the space was going to look like. Also, should there be a price change, they were able to see it instantaneously right there in the meeting. So they were able to understand that, okay, let's see, by recessing this TV, it's going to be X amount of dollars. By leaving it mounted on the wall, it'll be this amount of dollars. And they could make that decision right there. Having the vision and then seeing the ICE kind of fly through and then it actually being constructed, everything looked exactly as we expected. So there were no surprises, which was great. It was very easy. We didn't have any issues whatsoever. It was a very, very enjoyable process, and a lot of people can't say that when they've built a building of this size.